Hey y'all, it's Megan. Welcome back to the channel. Glad y'all are here today. Come spend some time with us today. First, I'm going to start making some strawberry jam here in a little bit. I was not planning on including this in today's video because, well, you see our strawberry jungle, berry jungle out here. Blackberries, strawberries, and raspberries, muscadines. And a lot of strawberries are intertwined with the blueberries down through our berry hill. And I've been slowly picking them over like the last 2 days because they've started coming in. And didn't think I'd have enough for jam just yet. But I think I do. But look at those beautiful strawberries. And I've got that much or more in the refrigerator right now. So yeah, hopefully I'll have enough to make me some jam. So let's get started on it. All right, so I just got done coring all my strawberries. And I believe I've got just enough to make a batch of strawberry jelly. So I'm oh so excited. I'll say jelly, more like jam. It has the chunks of strawberries in it. This year though, this is not technically going to be a how-to video because I'm trying something. I've always made it with sure gel. This year I'm going to try to leave that out and see if I can still accomplish my jam just like our grandmas and great-grandmas used to do. And I know there are other ways to make natural pectins and things like that, but I'm not after that. I'm going to try it with strawberry juice, a little vinegar, and sugar. So we're going to see how it goes. The first thing I'm going to do though is I'm going to put my strawberries, it calls for 6 cups of strawberries, of whole strawberries, and I'm going to put them in my food processor and get them to the consistency that I like. I like them chopped up pretty fine, but then there are still pieces of strawberry in there. So that's what we're going to do. So we're going to take our freshly washed and cored strawberries and pour them into our food processor. I used to chop these by hand, but I figured out it was much easier just to use this thing. I've got it full, didn't I?
Yeah.
Alright, we're going to do on the strawberries, we're going to hit a different button than we do on the butter.
Wait, what?
So, we're going to hit that chop.
This one?
Yeah.
Not this one?
No, we're going to hit that one. And one more time. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and pour my chopped strawberries into my pot here. And to these strawberries, we're going to add 5 cups of sugar. And I'm going to get this all combined, and then we're going to cut our heat on. We want to bring this slowly up to a good boil. Once it starts boiling, we're going to boil it for 20 minutes. Like I said, this is not a how-to video. I am following a recipe. So, I ain't never made it like this before. But I will tell you that sure gel calls for pretty much that much sugar too. So, don't let the sugar alarm you. It's pretty normal for making jams and things. I do know you want to do it in a pretty deep pot so it doesn't like boil over. So make sure your mixture is like not at the top of your pot.
Well, I just got back home here a little bit ago, and I guess we're going to be doing some more garden work this evening. I need to run the tiller through the garden out here and just sort of scratch over it all. We've got some weeds already starting to pop up. I'm going to see if I can't get my pepper plants planted and all that. Get all that knocked out this evening.
When you live the way we do, you've heard us talk about it before, there's always something to do. But to keep you from driving yourself crazy, use good time management skills. So instead of me standing here forever waiting on this to boil, I can do something that's close by, and I already have my food processor out, so I went ahead and washed it, and we're going to make some butter too. Very simple task, while I can still keep a close eye on this right here. So that's what we're going to do. I got to get cream scraped off of all this milk. And yeah, make some butter. It is time to start our timer on our jelly. You can see it is not stopping with the boiling, even with me stirring. So, per the recipe, we're supposed to let this do this about 20 minutes where we're not using pectin. So, that's what we're going to do, and I'll just stir occasionally, and we're just going to let this go to town, okay? Last year, I actually made all of my jams and jellies. I make several different kinds. I was so proud. I actually made them with no pectin, all except the strawberry. And I told myself last year, I said, I'm going to try it with the strawberry this year to see if I can do it without the sure gel. It's just one of them kind of things. Like, I mean, I could go to the store right now and buy sure gel. I just don't want to. I just want to try it. So, there's no reason, I guess, behind it. That's just what I want to do.
As for the tiller setup, I'm going to leave my wheels down and leave this plow or drag bar, whatever you want to call it, I'm going to leave it up. Because when I do like a cultivation tilling, I'm not really after tilling deep or anything. I just want to knock off that top layer of soil just to really scratch up those weeds. Now I'm giving everybody a little bit of love. That's what my mama always used to say when we was in the tobacco field. She said, you gotta rake that dirt up around them tobacco plants. Make it like you're giving them a hug. Gotta give them a little bit of love. So that's what we're doing here. I'm gonna do the tomatoes. And I ain't gonna really pull none around the squash and the watermelons, but I am gonna hoe in between each plant. Just to bust it up some and get what little bit of weeds is between them. All right, I got all that done. Everything looks all nice and happy now. And I won't hoe around any of this up here yet because, you know, without everything being popped through, I don't know exactly where the seed's going to be coming up at. So for now, we'll just leave it be until something does pop up. But I'm going to say that the key to a successful garden is staying on top of these weeds early. You want to make sure you don't let them get out of hand, because once they're out of hand, you got a mess on your hands. It's nice that these tines will come off. Dang, this thing stuck. It's nice that these tines will come off so you can get in between tight rows. There we go. You can turn that tiller into essentially a, well, I don't know the exact measurements, but it reduces the size of it by about 1/3. Anyways, it won't be no problem taking it down through the middle of those close corn rows now.
Cut that thing back on. We've got around 5 minutes left on our jam here. So now I'm going to add a couple tablespoons of vinegar. Make sure that's good and mixed in there, I'd say. Back to the butter.
That looks much better. I'm gonna tell you, that thing's a whole lot harder to handle when it's only got 2 tines on it versus 4. But I guess I'm gonna put them other ones back on and go put it up.
Well, that was perfect timing. My butter just got done, which it'll be fine sitting there till I get over there to it. And my timer just got done on my jelly. When you make any kind of jelly, whether you're using shore gel or doing it this way, you're going to have a little foam on top. Just scrape that off the best you can. Just makes the texture of your jelly, if you leave it in there, it makes the texture kind of weird. just like little air bubbles. Oh, I hope this turns out. I'm so excited. Because that's one less thing I have to rely on the store to have is sure gel. There we go. That's good enough. That wasn't too much foam. Very good. And now I will tell you, I don't quite do jams and jellies the way you should do them. So be sure you're following your canning book. Do as I say, not as I do. Well, it looks pretty anyway, don't it?
Well, I had to stop and get me a drink of water. And what in the world are y'all doing? Y'all have made a mess. I guess they're just being kids. Done dug a mud hole right here in the backyard.
The hole was already there. I just put water in it.
Jacob, you're soaking wet.
I
Golly, youngin'. You are soaked.
They sprayed each other with the water hose.
I believe it. Just being kids, I guess. We've all been there at some point in our life. I guess I'm going to put in my pepper plants now. And the majority of what we need to plant right now will be planted, I think. Right here is the peppers. These are the ones we started. These are two that I picked up at a local store. And these are some more that I picked up at a local store. So yes, we have way too many peppers. And then these are some volunteers that came up there in one of those pots right by where all those tomato plants came up. And best I can remember, we had a Mad Hatter planted there and we had a banana pepper planted there. So I don't know. I'm pretty sure banana peppers and Mad Hatter peppers are both hybrids. So who knows what these peppers are going to be. And that's kind of why I dug them up. It's not because we definitely don't need more peppers. But I just wanted to dig them up and let them make something and see what they turn out. And here's the okra. Okra's looking pretty good. I had 2 of the red burgundy that didn't germinate, and then I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I actually had 6 of the crimson spineless, and those were the seeds we saved. They didn't germinate. Alright, I believe I'm going to make this easy on myself. Just throw these things over in this cart. I don't have enough hands to tote it off. Now these, I'm just going to leave because they ain't quite. Matter of fact, I need to set them in the greenhouse. We're expecting storms tonight. I don't want it to beat them up. But they're not big enough to put in the ground yet. So we're just going to let them grow a little bit longer. We typically plant our peppers up here in the raised beds. I'm pretty sure I've got more than enough to fill up these beds right now, so the rest of them will probably go up here in the other garden that we just worked.
So now to my butter. I don't know if y'all can see it in the video or not, but the butter is really getting a nice yellow color to it since Candy's been out on some grass. That'll be my buttermilk. Slow down. There we go, ready for the freezer. And we're just gonna let this strawberry jam sit here and cool off. I'll probably still let it sit like this till like tomorrow. And then I'll flip it back like it's supposed to be, and we'll see what we're working with.
That bed, the back side of that bed, and down through here will be peppers. Spoon tomatoes coming up everywhere right here on the ground. I'm gonna pull a few weeds before I get started with this. Right there's some spoon tomatoes coming up. There's a whole pile of them right here. Well, we're gonna do away with them because we don't want them. If I'm not mistaken, I think somebody in one of the recent videos asked what this thing right here was. And to be honest with you, it's got a name, but I've done forgot what you call them. But I got it off of Amazon because I seen somebody in another YouTube video have it. You got like a scale right there you can measure with. You got a knife on this side. You got a little hook right there, and then you got a serrated knife on this side, and it's the perfect tool to use, especially digging up flowers and separating flowers and stuff like that. And it's strong and rigid, so you can pry pretty good with it. But I like it, and I find myself using it more and more and more. And so I'll see if I can find a link, and I'll post it, because I got it off of Amazon, and I'll see if I can't post a link to it. Like I said, it's got a name. I've went blank and I can't remember what you call it. I mean, it's amazing how fast grass can come in somewhere. I didn't realize these beds had gotten quite as weedy as they have. And so this year, I'm also going to do stuff a little bit different. In years past, I've put like a pepper here and a pepper here. Pepper here, pepper here, pepper here, pepper here. And we end up with a big pepper jungle. And this year, I'm going to just plant me one single row of peppers, probably closer to the front side of the bed. And yes, that is going to leave me a lot of open space right here. But as soon as these peas right here come out, we'll probably put something back in that can grow up that trellis. And it's just going to give the peppers, because y'all know how peppers get. They get like little miniature trees. So it's going to give the peppers plenty of room to grow. Now we've got several different varieties of peppers here. We've got everything from sweet peppers to hot peppers. These right here are shishito. I believe that's how you say it. I don't think we've ever grown those, but it does say they're sweet peppers, so we wanted to try it, and that's why we picked it up from the store. A pepper you don't need to do like a tomato. You want to just bury him right up to the crown of the root. Tomatoes you can bury however deep you want. Alright, and these right here are purple bell peppers. So I'm going to put me in 2 of those. Next, I've got some poblanos. I'm going to put me in 2 of these. And like I said, I'm putting in, I want to get at least 2 of every variety we have out here in this garden. Reason being is, they usually do pretty good out here in this garden, in these raised beds. And then I'm going to put everything else over there in the other garden. And not saying they won't do good out there either. I just know they do good here. Alright, and this comes the fun part. I don't know what we got here. I know what we planted, but I don't know which variety each one of them is. So we're just going to stick them in. We'll figure out what variety they are when they start putting on peppers. That's our organized chaos. There is one right here I can guarantee you though. That one right there in the front, that has got to be a habanero. Habaneros are the only peppers I know of that look that way. And I've got drip irrigation on these beds now. Right there's my drip line. So I will be able to irrigate. I don't have it set up to irrigate yet, but all I'll have to do is hook a line into the drip line, and we'll have these peppers on irrigation. But if our weather does what it's supposed to do, we're not going to have to worry about irrigation just yet. Alright, I grew the habaneros in the bed over there last year, so this year, I believe I'm going to put them in this bed here. I got to say, habaneros are probably one of my most favorite peppers. I really do wish I'd have kept up with which one the Mad Hatter was, though. Because one of these I've put in right here is a Mad Hatter, and if y'all can remember last year from our videos, the Mad Hatter grew out of control. And unfortunately, I don't know which one the Mad Hatter is. So we're going to end up probably with another jungle this time. There we go. On to the other side. We got green beans coming up everywhere. I don't want them, so they're going out. And down here at my feet, we have got mint taking over. This stuff is growing like it's on steroids this year. And it's actually been here a couple of years, but it ain't never took over like it has now. You know, for some reason, I want to say these right here are the Mad Hatters. I remember planting 2 seeds of each in the Mad Hatter cell. I'm going to stick me in a poblano right here. I will not mulch around my peppers because I did that last year and it didn't work out good for us. So I get these watered in, and I guess I'll be done with my garden stuff today. And the reason I say it didn't work out good for us is because we ended up with a ton of insect problems until I pulled all the mulch away from them. Once I pulled the mulch away from them, that problem went away. So this year, I'm not going to mulch them. I'm just going to let them be. Something else I didn't know till recent years, that peppers are really heavy feeders. I used to think I could treat them a whole lot like every other vegetable, but I never really grew good peppers till I started really keeping these things fertilized. So I'm not going to fertilize them today. I like to let the plants take root before I do that. I may go get me some liquid fertilizer here in the next day or two and water them real good with that to sort of give them a boost, and they'll take off. Once it's all said and done, I'll throw some more of that organic fertilizer by them like y'all seen in our last video and let it ride with that. Well, all the peppers are watered in. I've got 3 peppers left out of these that'll go up into the big garden. And then I've got all those volunteer pepper plants that will end up going up there as well. But I'm not going to plant those today because I don't know 100% just where I want to put them at. And it's really looking like we got a storm coming. So I'm going to run around and try to get everything fed before that thing gets here. Hey, speaking of spoon tomatoes, let me show y'all something. We have a makeshift compost pile, one here, one here. Last year we dumped off the spoon tomato vines in this area. I bet there's 500,000 spoon tomatoes right here. Some of them have done been mowed over. But golly, we have a sunflower and a potato that comes up out here every year. I actually dig the potatoes on this thing every year, and still, apparently I leave a sprout or something. And right there's another one. Simply amazing what'll grow if you'll just let it grow. And it ain't raining yet, but the sky sure is dark over that way, but I don't know. I don't believe we're going to get nothing out of this go around, but later tonight.
I figure it's coming.
Yeah, I think it's coming. I feel kind of antsy knowing the corn ain't planted yet, but...
Last year it was the very end of May when you replanted that last batch, and it still made...
And it done great.
Yep,
So,
it made better than the early corns.
It really did. So as long as I can get it in the ground by, I guess, the end of May...
Oh yeah, it'll be
we'll
fine.
be good.
Ain't no use to worry about it.
I think after... So supposedly we've got like a lot of rain coming in the next, few days. And I think after we get over that spell right there, if the weather holds out, that's when I'm going to really start hitting it hard.
Oh yeah.
I mean, cause like I said, hay's got to be mowed, corn's got to be planted, and maintaining the rest of these gardens has got to keep on going too.
Oh yeah.
So we're getting ready to hit the hammer time.
Well, I enjoy it.
That's the time I've been waiting for, though.
Yep.
But anyways, y'all, we got several more other little things I guess we need to be doing this evening. And
yeah, before the rain comes.
Before the rain comes, that's right.
Yeah, I figure it's coming, just maybe not right now.
Yeah, I believe from looking at the sky, we got a little while longer, so I think we're going to take advantage of it.
Yep, but anyways, guys, till we see y'all on the next one.
Y'all have a good one.
Have a good one.